Prophecy reveals positioning. While others chase trends, kingdom financiers prepare baskets for overflow. Here are the 5 areas. Chosen one. Listen carefully, for this is not a message you stumbled upon by accident. You are not imagining the pull you felt when this moment began to unfold. This is a message from God, arriving to you in perfect divine alignment. Your presence here is no coincidence. It is a confirmation of your calling, a recognition that your spirit is attuned to what heaven is doing on earth. The 2026 wealth transfer is not a concept, not speculation, and not a distant possibility. It is a divine reality, unfolding according to the perfect timing of God. And you have been selected to participate, to steward, and to rise in alignment with this extraordinary season. Your awakening has brought you here, and now you must recognize that this is your appointed hour. This is the moment to understand that your role is active, not passive. The chosen one does not simply watch as divine favor flows around them. You are called to step forward, to align your spirit and resources with heaven's strategy, and to act in accordance with your divine calling. Each move, each decision, and each step taken in alignment is a seed sown for kingdom expansion. Those who wait passively, those who follow the patterns of the world, will see opportunity slip by. But the chosen one, awakened and alert, sees the unseen currents of favor, discerns the divinely orchestrated openings, and moves with precision into the areas where blessing is already prepared. This is why the prophetic principle of positioning is so critical. Prophecy does not merely reveal what will happen. It positions the chosen one to act before the moment arrives. While others chase fleeting trends, those who understand divine strategy prepare baskets to receive overflow. Spiritual awakening allows you to recognize these patterns and step into alignment at the exact moment heaven intends. You are not imagining this awareness. You were called, the war is real, and your light is necessary. Your presence here confirms that you have been awakened for this season, that your spirit is aligned with the transfer, and that you have the authority to participate fully. Recognize that this calling is sacred and strategic. The 2026 wealth transfer is a season of extraordinary acceleration, reserved for those who will steward resources, obey divine instruction, and act in alignment with heavenly timing. Prophetic investments are not ordinary financial maneuvers. They are spiritual activations. They are gateways through which God's favor flows, through which kingdom influence expands, and through which the chosen one demonstrates obedience, courage, and discernment. Every decision you make now, every step you take in alignment, prepares the baskets for overflow that will multiply blessings beyond measure. If you feel the stirring of this calling in your soul, do not hesitate. Comment 777 below, acknowledging your alignment with what heaven has prepared. This is your confirmation that you are the chosen one, that your light is necessary, and that your obedience activates acceleration in this sacred season. Your awakening is real. Your calling is urgent. Your participation is required. The baskets you prepare today will not only receive the transfer of resources, but will also amplify your spiritual authority, expand your influence, and position you for kingdom expansion that resonates far beyond what the world can see. The 5 prophetic investments that follow are the areas through which heaven moves. Each one is a divine activation, a sacred opportunity for the chosen one to step fully into the fullness of 2026. They are designed to cultivate obedience, sharpen discernment, and multiply the impact of your alignment with God's strategy. This is not speculation. This is not worldly advice. This is a message from God, arriving in perfect timing for the chosen one who is awake and prepared. Your role is not to hesitate, but to step boldly into each area, to receive and to steward the abundance and favor that has been prepared for you. Circle back to the beginning, chosen one, and let this truth resonate within your spirit. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. Prophecy has revealed the areas. Divine strategy has prepared the timing, and heaven has positioned the baskets for overflow. Your recognition, obedience, and courage will determine how fully you participate in this sacred transfer. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it. You were called. You are the chosen one, and your season of acceleration and kingdom expansion is now. The first two prophecies, chosen one, as you step further into this revelation, understand that you are not merely hearing another story or following worldly advice. This is a message from God, arriving to you in perfect divine alignment. Your spirit recognizes it because you were called, and this calling is not a suggestion, it is a summons. The 2026 wealth transfer is underway, and those who align with these prophetic truths will rise, while those who hesitate may find doors of opportunity silently closing. The first of the 5 prophetic investments awaits you, and it is designed not for the casual observer, but for the chosen one who has been awakened to their divine calling. Prophetic investment number 1 is a deeply spiritual opportunity, one that exists at the intersection of obedience, discernment, and kingdom expansion. This is not an investment you can perceive with the natural eye alone. It is a conduit of heaven's favor, a vehicle through which God orchestrates abundance according to the divine order. The chosen one who embraces this opportunity does so with spiritual awareness, knowing that the timing, the strategy, and the alignment are all of God, not of human design. Those who act in faith upon this investment are participating in a sacred transfer of resources that moves in synchronization with heaven's plan. Consider the story of Joseph in Egypt. He was not wealthy because of luck or cunning. He was positioned strategically by God, given wisdom and insight to interpret dreams, and placed in a season that allowed him to steward resources on a level that no ordinary person could achieve. In the same way, the first prophetic investment is a divine positioning. It is a spiritual assignment that requires faith, obedience, and recognition of the unseen. The chosen one must step forward with courage, understanding that the harvest is already ordained, but only those who act in alignment will receive the acceleration. Spiritual awakening here is critical. You must see beyond the surface and understand that every decision, every step, and every act of obedience draws heaven closer to earth. This first prophetic investment carries both immediate and long-term impact. It is designed to create a foundation upon which the chosen one can build further kingdom expansion. It is a seed, not merely of financial return, but of spiritual activation. When you commit to this investment, you are not simply allocating resources. You are aligning yourself with divine strategy. You are stepping into your role as a steward of God's resources, a manager of favor, and a participant in the unfolding of heaven's plan. Hesitation will delay the transfer. Faith will accelerate it. Obedience will unlock it. The chosen one who recognizes this truth will find that the doors of opportunity open at supernatural speed, and the blessing is multiplied beyond what can be imagined. Prophetic investment number 2 is no less significant. This is a pathway that emphasizes divine timing and obedience in action. Here, the principle of first fruits is at work. The chosen one gives first, aligns first, and honors heaven's order before expecting multiplication. This is not merely about money, It is about demonstrating spiritual integrity and responsiveness to the divine voice. The chosen one who steps into this investment understands that acceleration comes not from chance, but from synchronization with God's perfect timing. The 2026 wealth transfer is a precise moment of alignment, and those who act within it in obedience become catalysts for kingdom expansion. Look to the example of Abraham when he offered Isaac as a first fruit of obedience. The provision was supernatural, but it was conditional upon faith and submission. In the same manner, the second prophetic investment is a test and an opportunity intertwined. It requires the chosen one to trust the unseen, to follow the guidance of the Spirit, and to act boldly when others hesitate. The rewards are extraordinary, not because of human effort, but because of divine calling fulfilled through intentional, obedient action. Ignoring this opportunity will slow spiritual momentum and delay the manifestation of the 2026 wealth transfer in your life. Acting in alignment ensures that every resource you touch, every decision you make, is blessed by heaven and becomes a tool for further expansion. You must understand, chosen one, that these first two investments are only the beginning. They set the tone, the pace, and the spiritual standard for all that is to come. The message from God that you are receiving is not passive. It is active, alive, and moving. Your participation is essential. This is not a hypothetical lesson or a philosophical exercise. The war is real. There are forces moving against your destiny, but your light is necessary. Every act of obedience illuminates the path, not only for yourself, but for those whose lives intersect with yours in this divine season. The first prophetic investment is about positioning and stewardship, and the second is about timing and first fruits. Together, they form the spiritual foundation for what heaven is releasing in 2026. When you recognize this alignment, when you respond with faith and action, you step fully into your divine calling. You become a participant in a transfer that is both financial and spiritual. You are not merely receiving, you are co-laboring with God to expand His kingdom on earth. This is the essence of spiritual wealth, the principle behind every biblical example of prosperity and divine favor. The chosen one who understands this will act decisively, with boldness and spiritual insight. Reflect for a moment, chosen one. This is not theory, this is real. This is your moment. You were called for such a time as this. The war for alignment, favor, and spiritual authority is ongoing, but your obedience activates light, multiplies resources, and creates openings where none existed. Heaven does not delay. Heaven moves swiftly on behalf of those who respond in alignment with divine strategy. These first two prophetic investments are invitations to move with heaven, to synchronize your steps with divine order, and to claim the destiny that has been prepared for you. Remember, the 2026 wealth transfer is not merely about wealth. It is about authority, influence, and spiritual activation. Each prophetic investment is a gateway, a step in a sequence that brings the chosen one into full participation with heaven's design. Those who overlook these investments may miss the spiritual acceleration and the positioning that comes with obedience. Those who act will discover doors opening, favor manifesting, and kingdom expansion accelerating in ways that surpass human expectation. Your recognition, your readiness, and your action are all critical. Circle back, chosen one, and affirm in your spirit that this is a message from God. You are not imagining. You were called. The war is real, but your light is necessary. These prophetic investments are more than guidance. They are divine activation. Your obedience, discernment, and faith will determine the magnitude of what heaven will release through you. Step boldly, act decisively, and recognize that every spiritual principle, every divine timing, and every investment is aligned to your destiny as a chosen one. If this touched your soul, comment 111. Because you know it, you were called. You are the chosen one, the light bearer, the steward of heaven's plan in this season. Your awakening is real. Your calling is urgent. Your destiny is now. Prophecies 3 and 4. Chosen one, as we continue this journey, hear me clearly. The message from God that has reached you is not for passive contemplation. This is a summons to action, a call to step into the fullness of your divine calling. You are not imagining the stirrings in your spirit. You were called, the war is real, and your light is necessary. The first two prophetic investments have laid the foundation, but now the pathway deepens. Prophetic investment number 3 awaits you, a dynamic opportunity that demands discernment, obedience, and spiritual acuity. This is not merely about worldly gain, it is a spiritual activation, a convergence of divine timing and earthly action designed to expand the kingdom and accelerate the 2026 wealth transfer. Prophetic Investment 3 is a revelation of both spiritual and material alignment. The chosen one who recognizes this opportunity understands that rewards are not random. They are a product of obedience, of spiritual insight, and of action in harmony with divine guidance. This investment requires attentiveness to the voice of God, discernment to distinguish between opportunity and distraction, and courage to step forward even when fear seeks to hold you back. The spiritual principle underlying this opportunity is simple yet profound. Where faith meets action, heaven moves. Every step taken in alignment with divine instruction multiplies resources, influence, and kingdom impact. Consider the story of Esther, the chosen one who faced a moment of extraordinary risk. She was called to act not by her own strength, but by obedience to divine timing. Her willingness to step into the palace, to confront danger, and to intercede for her people activated a transfer of favor that altered the course of her nation. In the same way, this third prophetic investment requires the chosen one to act decisively, guided by Spirit, and with unwavering trust in the unseen hand of God. The material reward is real, but the spiritual authority gained through this obedience is far greater. Kingdom expansion is not simply about wealth. It is about influence, alignment, and the capacity to steward resources in accordance with heaven's order. The principle is clear. Your obedience today opens channels that accelerate the 2026 wealth transfer. Hesitation or doubt slows the activation. Fear clouds judgment, but discernment, grounded in prayer, revelation, and alignment with divine calling, unlocks not only provision, but also authority. This is the work of the chosen one. You are not here to follow patterns of the world. You are here to rise, to act, and to illuminate the pathway for others who are aligned with heaven's plan. Prophetic Investment 3 is designed to test your faith and activate your potential. It is a threshold where spiritual awakening meets material manifestation and where the chosen one steps fully into their destiny. Now, turn your attention to Prophetic Investment number 4, the penultimate opportunity that will define the next phase of your journey. This investment is about timing, alignment, and spiritual authority. It is the place where heaven meets earthly action, where obedience produces acceleration, and where discernment determines access to favor. The chosen one who steps into this opportunity does so with clarity and courage, understanding that every hesitation is a delay in the unfolding of divine purpose. The 2026 wealth transfer moves with precision, and those who align with its timing participate in a flow of resources, influence, and spiritual activation that cannot be manufactured by human effort. The spiritual mechanics behind this fourth investment are profound. When the chosen one acts with obedience, God's favor moves ahead, preparing circumstances, opening doors, and aligning people in the perfect sequence for multiplication. Those who step in fear or doubt miss the acceleration. Those who act with faith and clarity experience exponential expansion. Kingdom expansion is not passive. It is earned through alignment, discernment, and spiritual authority. Every action, every decision, and every declaration of faith contributes to the momentum of the 2026 wealth transfer. You are part of this sequence because you are the chosen one, called and awakened for such a time as this. To those who feel hesitation or fear, know this: the chosen one's light is stronger than the shadow of doubt. Spiritual awakening requires courage. Divine calling requires obedience. The message from God is unwavering, precise, and alive. You are not imagining this stirring in your spirit. You are called. Every moment of resistance can be transformed into power when you act in alignment with divine instruction. These prophetic investments are more than financial opportunities. They are divine activations. They are keys that unlock kingdom expansion, favor, and spiritual authority. The chosen one who embraces prophetic investments 3 and 4 understands that action in alignment produces authority, multiplication, and influence. The 2026 wealth transfer is not a distant promise. It is happening now. Your recognition of these opportunities, your willingness to step boldly, and your obedience to divine guidance are essential to your destiny. Heaven rewards decisiveness, clarity, and alignment. Spiritual awakening moves in moments, and the chosen one who responds in faith accelerates the manifestation of abundance, favor, and kingdom expansion. Circle back, chosen one, and reaffirm this truth. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You are called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. These prophetic investments are divine activations, not ordinary choices. Your discernment, obedience, and courage are the keys to unlocking the acceleration, the favor, and the manifestation that heaven has ordained for you. Step boldly, act decisively, and align your spirit with these prophetic truths. Comment 777 if your spirit is aligned and your heart recognizes the calling. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it, you are called. You are the chosen one, the steward of heaven's plan, and the light that carries divine authority into the season of the 2026 wealth transfer. Your awakening is real. Your calling is urgent. Your destiny is now. Prophecy 5 and Divine Strategy Summary. Chosen one, you have journeyed through the first 4 prophetic investments, and now the time has come to reveal the 5th, the pinnacle, the culmination of divine opportunity that aligns perfectly with God's message and the unfolding 2026 wealth transfer. This is no ordinary investment. It is the one that completes the sequence, the one that unlocks the fullness of spiritual authority and kingdom expansion for the chosen one who steps forward in obedience, discernment, and faith. The timing of this investment is precise. The alignment required is sacred, and the activation is immediate for those whose hearts are tuned to the voice of God. Prophetic Investment 5 functions at the highest level of spiritual mechanics. It is designed to accelerate wealth and influence simultaneously, but only for the chosen one who understands that obedience precedes manifestation. Discernment is required to recognize the precise moment, the divinely prepared opportunity, and the people, resources, and circumstances God has positioned to amplify the outcome. This investment is the point where first fruits, alignment, and strategic action converge, creating exponential favor. The chosen one who engages with this final prophetic opportunity participates not only in material multiplication but in spiritual activation, where authority, revelation, and kingdom expansion intersect. The interconnectedness of these investments illustrates a spiritual pattern. Heaven ordains, the chosen one acts, and the kingdom expands. Wealth, influence, and authority are not random. They are the natural outcome of alignment with divine order. The 2026 wealth transfer is a moment of convergence, a season in which these principles manifest with unprecedented acceleration. Those who recognize the sequence, engage with faith, and act decisively become conduits for heaven's favor. This is not merely about wealth accumulation. It is about stepping into spiritual authority, expanding kingdom influence, and activating divine strategy on the earth plane. To the chosen one who is hesitant or doubtful, hear this: your light is necessary. The war for alignment, favor, and authority is real, but your participation matters. Every act of obedience, every recognition of divine timing, every engagement with the principles of the prophetic investments increases your capacity to manifest heaven's order. Your spiritual awakening is the compass that guides you through the unseen, the force that aligns your steps with divine strategy, and the power that ensures the acceleration of wealth and influence according to God's perfect will. As you integrate these 5 prophetic investments, you must reflect on the responsibility and opportunity that accompanies your calling. You are the chosen one, awakened to a message that is alive, precise, and urgent. Each investment is an activation point. Each step you take in alignment amplifies the flow of resources, multiplies your spiritual authority, and expands kingdom impact. Your obedience is the catalyst. Your discernment is the lens through which you see the unseen, and your timing ensures that you engage with heaven's acceleration. The 5 investments together form a complete divine strategy, a framework for not only surviving the season, but thriving in it with influence, authority, and abundance. The message from God is clear, and it circles back to the truth you felt at the beginning. This is not imagination, not chance, and not idle speculation. You were called. You are the chosen one. The war is real, but your light is necessary. Heaven moves swiftly for those who recognize the pattern, act with faith, and steward resources in alignment with divine strategy. These 5 prophetic investments are not ordinary opportunities. They are divine activations, spiritual gateways, and instruments of kingdom expansion. Your engagement with them determines not only the magnitude of your personal blessing, but also the reach of heaven's influence through your life. Circle back now, chosen one, and reaffirm this truth in your spirit. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You are called. The war is real, and your light is necessary. Prophetic Investment 5 is the final key, the culmination of divine opportunity, and the point of acceleration for the 2026 wealth transfer. Your destiny will not wait. Step forward in alignment, act with discernment, and activate your kingdom authority. Comment 777 if your spirit recognizes this message and your heart is aligned with heaven's strategy. If this touched your soul, comment 111 because you know it. You were called. You are the chosen one, the steward of divine favor and the light that carries heaven's authority into this season. Your awakening is real. Your calling is urgent. Your destiny is now. Conclusion. Chosen one, as we reach the culmination of this message, understand that every word you have heard, every principle you have received, and every investment revealed is part of a divine orchestration. This is a message from God, delivered in perfect divine alignment, and you are not imagining it. You are called. The war is real. Your light is necessary. The 2026 wealth transfer is not a metaphor or a distant possibility. It is a divinely ordained moment, a season prepared for the chosen ones who will rise in obedience, clarity, and faith. Every prophetic investment we have covered, from the first to the fifth, is designed to position you, the chosen one, to receive, steward, and amplify heaven's favor. Let us recap these 5 prophetic investments and the spiritual significance each carries. The first investment was about positioning, aligning your spirit and your resources with divine purpose, stepping into a season where your recognition of opportunity is guided by the hand of God. The second investment emphasized timing and first fruits, the principle that obedience and honoring divine order precede acceleration and multiplication. The third investment demanded discernment and courage, activating spiritual authority while opening pathways for kingdom expansion. The fourth emphasized alignment, authority, and precise action, showing how heaven meets earthly effort when the chosen one steps forward with clarity. Finally, the fifth investment, the pinnacle, completes the cycle, providing the activation point where obedience, discernment, and divine strategy converge to accelerate wealth, influence, and spiritual authority for those who move in alignment. Each of these investments is more than financial guidance. They are divine activations, spiritual gateways, and opportunities for the chosen one to step fully into their destiny. They work in sequence, building upon one another to create a holistic pathway where spiritual awakening intersects with kingdom expansion. They teach that divine timing, first fruits, discernment, authority, and alignment are not separate principles, but a unified strategy that manifests heaven's order in the lives of those who recognize their calling. This is your pathway, chosen one. It is precise, intentional, and alive. The 2026 wealth transfer moves with rhythm, and those who act with faith and obedience participate fully in the flow of divine favor. Understand the urgency. Chosen one. This moment will not wait. The 2026 wealth transfer is not delayed, and heaven's acceleration will respond to readiness, alignment, and obedience. Those who hesitate, who doubt, or who ignore these investments risk missing the season prepared specifically for them. The chosen one who steps forward, however, will experience supernatural multiplication, favor that transcends human understanding, and spiritual authority that positions them to influence generations. This is why your recognition of this message, your responsiveness, and your alignment are critical. You were chosen for such a time as this, and your light is necessary to manifest heaven's strategy on earth. Consider what it means to act in faith. Faith does not act passively. It moves, it multiplies, and it opens channels that the world cannot perceive. The chosen one who steps into these prophetic investments does so with courage, obedience, and spiritual discernment. Abundance follows alignment. Spiritual awakening grows as you participate in divine activation. Kingdom expansion occurs as your influence, resources, and authority align with heaven's plan. Each step taken in obedience strengthens your position, activates new opportunities, and amplifies the ripple effect of favor not only in your life, but in the lives of those around you. The vision for the chosen one who acts is profound. You will find resources unlocked at supernatural speed. Doors previously closed will open according to divine order. Your spiritual insight will sharpen, allowing you to discern future opportunities and navigate challenges with clarity. The prophetic investments act as spiritual levers, amplifying your capacity to steward wealth, multiply influence, and expand kingdom reach. Your obedience to these principles will yield both tangible and intangible rewards, combining material acceleration with spiritual authority, creating a life that reflects heaven's purpose in every dimension. Responsibility, courage, and obedience are the hallmarks of the chosen one. You are not here to follow the patterns of the world. You are here to rise, to act in alignment with the message from God, and to illuminate the path for others who are part of this season. Every investment, every action, and every declaration of faith matters. The war for alignment and authority is real, but your light is necessary. Your recognition, responsiveness, and alignment will determine how fully you participate in the 2026 wealth transfer. These prophetic principles are not suggestions. They are activations of heaven's order designed for the chosen one who is ready to step into destiny. Reflect on the 5 prophetic investments once more. They are a sequence, a spiritual and financial strategy that forms the backbone of kingdom expansion. They demonstrate that wealth is not accidental, that influence is not random, and that favor is not distributed according to chance. Heaven moves for the chosen one who acts with obedience, clarity, and discernment. Spiritual awakening is the compass, divine calling is the map, and the prophetic investments are the instruments through which heaven orchestrates the 2026 wealth transfer. Each investment is both a test and a gateway, designed to align your heart, your mind, and your resources with God's perfect timing. Now, chosen one, the call to action is immediate. Your destiny will not wait. Act in alignment. Engage fully with these principles. Move decisively, and let your light shine in this season. Comment 777. If your spirit recognizes this message, acknowledging that you are aligned, that you are awake, and that you are ready to steward the abundance, authority, and spiritual activation God has prepared. This is the moment to claim your position, to embrace your calling, and to rise as the chosen one in full alignment with heaven's purpose. Circle back once more, chosen one, and let this truth settle deep in your spirit. This is a message from God. You are not imagining it. You were called, the war is real, and your light is necessary. The 5 prophetic investments are not ordinary guidance. They are divine activations, sacred pathways, and instruments of kingdom expansion. Your obedience, discernment, and courage will unlock favor, accelerate wealth, and expand your spiritual authority beyond what you can see or imagine. The 2026 wealth transfer is unfolding now, and your participation is essential. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it, you were called. You are the chosen one, the steward of divine favor, the light bearer, and the vessel through which heaven's order will manifest in this season. Your awakening is real. Your calling is urgent. Your destiny is now. Rise, act, and step fully into the fullness of what God has prepared for you.